This story is Sprocket, Dog Detective. I think he's a Fraggle dog. Cute. Sprocket, Dog Detective. Somewhere in a town, a lot like yours, lives an inventor named Doc and his dog Sprocket. In Doc's workshop, there's a little hole in the wall, and through that hole is a very special place called Fraggle Rock. Doc doesn't know anything about the Fraggles. He's never seen one, but his dog Sprocket has seen a Fraggle or two in his time. Sprocket doesn't know what Fraggles are, but he thinks they are very interesting. Doc keeps very busy doing one thing or another. Often he goes and leaves Sprocket alone in the workshop. When Doc isn't home, Sprocket doesn't have much to do except roll a ball around or chew on an old bone. One day, Sprocket was lying in his basket, feeling as bored as a dog can feel, when he heard a noise. Maybe Doc is home early, Sprocket thought happily. But it wasn't Doc at all. It was a Fraggle. The Fraggle looked like he was dressed for a long journey. He was wearing hiking boots and carrying a walking stick, and he had a pack on his back. What Sprocket didn't know was that he was Uncle Traveling Matt Fraggle, the famous Fraggle explorer. What Sprocket did know was that he wasn't feeling quite as bored as he had been before. Traveling Matt tiptoed to the door. He was trying to avoid Sprocket. You see, Traveling Matt thought of Sprocket as a huge, hairy, possibly dangerous beast who might want to eat him. Sprocket, on the other hand, thought of Traveling Matt as a small, fuzzy, interesting creature who might be fun to play with. I wonder where he's going, Sprocket thought. Maybe I'll follow him and find out. So when Traveling Matt stepped through the dog door and out of Doc's workshop, Sprocket was hot on the trail. Sprocket followed Traveling Matt down the street. This wasn't hard because Traveling Matt had short legs and walked pretty slowly. First, Traveling Matt stopped at a fire hydrant. He tipped his hat to the hydrant and said something Sprocket couldn't hear. Then he seemed to listen while the fire hydrant said something back. Thought Sprocket, that's strange. I've visited a lot of hydrants in my time, but none of them ever talked to me. Yeah, probably because Sprocket peed on him. Then Traveling Matt went into a movie theater. Sprocket had to sneak in after him because dogs were not allowed. The movie was about a boy and his dog. It was very exciting. When the hero of the movie got in trouble, Traveling Matt went to the rescue. "Let me pass," cried Traveling Matt. "That silly creature needs help." Sprocket thought it was all very exciting and lots of fun. "Woof, woof," he barked. "Woof, woof, woof." When the manager of the theater heard Traveling Matt yelling and Sprocket barking, he ran to the front of the theater and onto the stage. He grabbed Traveling Matt first and then picked up Sprocket. "You two are coming to the office with me," he said angrily, "and then I'm calling the dog pound." In the manager's office, Sprocket and Traveling Matt looked at each other for a long moment. "Hello, beast," Traveling Matt finally said. "Since we seem to be sharing a cave for the moment, I suppose we should be on speaking terms. My name is Traveling Matt, and I'm from Fraggle Rock. Who are you?" "Woof," sparked Sprocket. "What an interesting name," said Traveling Matt nervously. "You know, woof, I'm sure you are a simply charming beast, and it certainly was nice of that silly creature to find us a place to live. But I have some more exploring to do, and I really must be on my way." Traveling Matt pushed on the door. It wouldn't budge, so he tried knocking. "Excuse me," said Traveling Matt politely when the manager opened the door. "This door seemed to be stuck. Thank you for opening it." "Hey," said the manager, "what's going on here? You're not a dog." "Sorry," said the manager, "you can't take your dog home now." "You can take your dog home now. Just make sure he doesn't go to any more movies." "What's a dog?" Traveling Matt asked Sprocket as they walked away. "You know, Woof, you remind me of someone," Traveling Matt said when they reached the street. "Haven't I seen you somewhere before?" "Woof, woof," barked Sprocket. "No, I don't suppose I have." Traveling Matt cleared his throat. Well, it's been nice meeting you. Maybe I'll see you again sometime. And Traveling Matt turned and trotted off into the sunset. When Sprocket got back home, he was so tired from his adventure that he lay down for a nap. A few minutes later, Doc walked in. "Hi, Sprocket," said Doc. Sprocket yawned. "You know," Doc went on, scratching Sprocket in that very special place behind the ears, "it's too bad. I go to work every day and you're stuck here all alone. You didn't have a very exciting day today, did you, boy? How about going for a nice run in the park?" Sprocket shook his head. Doc would never know just how exciting his day had really been. The end.